All right, welcome back. So we are back today doing another, well, actually, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys in the United States. I know Canada's was, what, like a month ago. So happy belated Thanksgiving to you guys. But today we're going out and doing an Edmonton Oilers trade-off where we trade away every single roster player currently on the Edmonton Oilers. And the one thing we are going to do different about this episode is we're going to go out there and we're going to try to manually create some trades for the big name players, because I already know, like, if you do a McDavid, for example, EA won't go out there and say, all right, McDavid, fine, here, we have a fair trade offer from this team. They're willing to give you this guy, and this guy. They'll either say there's no trades available or they'll do draft picks. So, and an effort over here to try to make these videos, you know, a little bit more unique. We're going to go out there and just kind of, you know, draw up some random trade that features Connor McDavid, and we'll try to get a player back, maybe a pick or something in return. Kind of get the opinions of what would happen if we would do that along those lines of getting a McDavid sent to, you know, maybe possibly your favorite team. You guys have to let me know what you think about doing it this way for the bigger name players. In this case, we're probably thinking like McDavid, Draisaitl, Hopkins. And then the low overall guys, again, we'll just kind of trade away as per the usual there. The Oilers, though, they are a team, gonna be completely frank, no offense to the Oilers or anything, but they have a lot of guys with literally like no trade value. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they can get for some of these guys. But we're gonna start off with Connor McDavid. We'll do Draisaitl later. What are you guys thinking for Connor McDavid? I mean, sure, every team in the league would like him, except Colorado. They're not interested. Why would they need Connor McDavid? They already have Mikko Rantanen and Nathan McKinnon. They don't need Connor McDavid. The Blue Jackets would like McDavid. I don't think we can afford him. Dallas would love him. Detroit would love him. Florida would love him. LA. Let's think about Nashville. What if we talk about a team that's got defense? What if we talk defense for Connor McDavid? We'll go over to Nashville. That is a very high trade value for Roman Josi. To put him in the same boat as Connor McDavid might be a little bit doable. A little much, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to say Roman Josi, right? And we're going to get a Predators first, a Predators first, and a Predators first for Connor McDavid. I think they're going to decline this, but we're going to see if they indeed enjoy this trade or not for Connor Mickey D's. Trade rejected. I figured we'll drop it by one draft pick, still rejected. We'll drop it by one more, and oh, okay, Roman Josi and a first for McDavid. EA says no thank you. So we'll say Roman Josi for McDavid, and you know what? We'll make it a second round pick and say, see ya. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. We'll try one more time. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. See, now this is what we usually let EA suggested trades, but we have to mix it up. Apparently, the Nashville Predators are only willing to give up Roman Josi and Roman Josi only for McDavid. But hey, the trade got done. Roman Josi to the Edmonton Oilers for none other than Connor McDavid. We got some of these lower tier guys. Let's go ahead and get some of those guys out of the way. We got some of the fun out of the way with McDavid. We're saving some of the fun and Leon Draisaitl here for a little bit further down the road. But let's take a look at some of these guys we can walk out the door here. We can walk out Nuge, left bum. We'll start out with Nurse. We'll see if anybody's willing to wheel and deal for the Nursinator. Do they call him that in Edmonton? The Nursinator? That seems like a name that has a pretty good ring to it. 42 trade offers. Everybody wants him. Back in Ninen. There isn't a time Boston doesn't want to wheel and deal back in Ninen. Niku, L. Green, Winnipeg Jets first and a third. So it's looking like a first and a third. Lucas Johansson. H has. I don't know who that is, but he sounds. I better look because you know what? Washington fans will get very upset with me and say, how do you not know who H has is? It's freaking Hugo Has, the great 57 overall, 18-year-old 5th round pick from 2019. How do you not know who that is? I understand. That's exactly right. I get it. We're not taking that trade. We are not taking that trade. I apologize. Apparently, when I say we're not taking that trade, though, we are backing out completely. This is why we don't usually look in depth at the trades, because if you do that, it completely backs you out, as much as I would like to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and say for Darnell Nurse, we're going to offer up a Tippett. Let's do Tippett. Tippett straight up. A first and a third. We got to go with a player, though. Noel, which is French for Christmas. Thank you, YouTube comment. They went out there and told me that. Good for fancy stuff right there, though. Flurry, the fence. Do we keep going down the defense route? Defense for defense? I think we do it. I swear that was not defense that we just traded for, though. Let's say defense. I said defense. Yeah, it was defense. We're good here. We're good here. Let's keep on going, EA. The best lines are the best lines. Let's go Clef Bomb. We're gonna save Clef Bomb. Yeah, we'll save Clef Bomb. We'll save Clef Bomb. Fleury's already got a good high trade value for us. We're trying to walk him out the door. That's not gonna happen. Apparently, the unback button. The unback button. Yeah, I know. Good language. We teach that over here in America, and we teach great proper speaking like that. Adam Larson will be the next one walked out the door. 26-year-old defenseman. Now, the Taylor Hall prodigy. Can we call him that? Is that legal? Senishin intrigues me. Boston is always willing to wheel and deal. That is one thing I've noticed. Oh, goaltending? Do we go for Thomas Greiss? Let's go Thomas Greiss. We don't get offered goaltending very often. Greiss has been playing solid this season too, right? Oh, Islanders team. Good for the Islanders. I love seeing them still play great. It's nice to see that, especially when you watch Tavares walk out the door. And then they lost Lehner this offseason. You wonder if that was going to affect them much. They're still playing great puck over there, so good for them. Lavoie, you cannot be walked out the door. You are not the guy I'm looking for. Bear! Bear. Does anybody want Bear? Everybody wants a Care Bear hide and seek game from Tommy. Who remembers that commercial? That commercial is so old. We're going to take foot. We're going defense or defense once again. I feel like that's an old commercial at least. It could still be relevant. I'm no longer like 12 years old or 9 or wherever that commercial came about. So maybe it is still around. Let's take a peek here. I want to see. We're going straight to James Neal, all right? He's got the lowest trade value on his team, but this guy is a goal-scoring machine, and nobody wants him. I'm sorry, James Neal. Nobody wants you. Unreal. It's almost like they traded you for Lucic because nobody wanted either of those two players. But hey, Neal came around. Neal is now a power play specialist, shall we call him. I call him the specialist at holding up on the left stick when McDavid or Draisaitl passes him the puck. But you know what? He's doing great over there. He's doing great. Good for him. There are teams interested in Kasayan, and I am in the trade proposal screen. What are you doing? Are you lost? Somebody help this guy out. He does not know what he's doing. It's his first day making YouTube videos today. He's going straight back down to... I was wondering why that guy's name was green. That makes sense. I said Cassian. I like Kasayan. I don't know why I like Kasayan. I really do like that name. And it isn't Kasayan. It's Cassian, right? Cassian. People make fun of me for it all the time. Now I'm confused which one it is. I'm drawing a complete blank here. I'm pretty sure it's Cassian. But Goshen! We don't want you. We want Rodriguez. Rodriguez on 2/7 out the door. He goes. Nonetheless, we'll go ahead and best lines out once again here. Got quite a few guys to walk out the door here still. Roman Josi, though, the big fish over here now in Edmonton. We'll see what kind of difference that makes. We got some more players to walk out the door here, though. 80 overall, 28 years old, is worth about a starter goalie potential. A couple thirds, a couple fourths. We do have a rule, though. We have to take players, not draft picks if we can. So we're going to take Tyler Ennis and an Ottawa Senators fourth. Interesting selection there. I'm very well aware. We'll see if Ennis, though, can provide some depth for this team. We do have to get some guys in that area as well. We can't go all young guys. We go all young guys, and then we're going to struggle to, you know, obviously do that thing they call scoring goals with a bunch of 75 overall. So we're going to see if we can actually trade away all these Oilers players and possibly make them into a cup contender. Now, it's not a cup contender, but, you know, a playoff contender, which is very... Matt Calvert! I like Colin Wilson. Now, let's go Colin Wilson. I think he can score some goals for us. We're going to go Colin Wilson, and hopefully we're building some depth here. Like I said, I think we can do it. I think we got a chance here. Build a little depth. Help the team out. Edmonton could use, what, some wingers? How come we're not taking any wingers for them? I hear a lot of reports and rumors that it is just so possible that Edmonton is in need of some wingers. Ex-Blue Jacket, Sam Gagner. Who doesn't want Sam Gagner? That's all I want to say. He's yours. Come on over, Coleman. Coleman. I'm sorry. You know what? It really bothers me when people say you pronounce this guy's name wrong. And I try to do my best to pronounce them all as best as possible. But the more and more I want to get into properly talking about players, I do feel like I really do need to, understand that more. You know what it is? I got to start watching more Blue Jackets games. I'm very, very slackish with those, once a couple periods or so. Got to get more of those in there. That's the difficulty here. Start watching more games, and then you start learning the player's name just by, familiarity of obviously watching the games and stuff, because the announcers consistently say them, specifically when they score on the Blue Jackets. A lot of the names you learn when you watch the Blue Jackets plays are the guys that are on the penalty kill for the other team, because I think that's when most teams score their goals against the Blue Jackets, is on their penalty kill. We insist on giving up breakaways and turning a puck over at the point. We really enjoy doing that over here in Columbus. I don't know if other teams like doing that, but they really like to make sure Merslykins and Corpy back there are, you know, awake at all times, keep them nice and fresh. So, like, you know, every once in a while, let's just speed them a breakaway on the penalty part of the power play. It's gonna work out great. Gilbert, come on over. Come on, Gilbert, we love you over here in Edmonton. We want you to be an Oiler, and we want you to be like a second line player. A second line player, is that too much to ask for? A second line player, I think we need it, because Yossi's our first line forward. But we still have Hopkins, and we still have Clefbaum. And as far as other players, let's see, Rodriguez was a trade. We do have to go out here and move Christopher, though. So let's see what we can find for him. Not a lot of players. Eakin, Cody, come on down. Cody Eakin, welcome to the Edmonton Oilers. Proud to have you. How many of these players do we have left? I think we are closing in the gap here. Wilson was traded, Neal was traded, Rodriguez traded, Eakin, Fleury, Puljujarvi. Heard they're still trying to get rid of Puljujarvi over there in Edmonton. Between him and Kovalchuk, they're just, you know, teams are just trying to do what they can to dump him off, and it is just not happening for anybody right now. Riley. Do you start for Edmonton? I don't think you start. I think you're getting benched. That is what the lines are telling me, at least. I could be wrong. Granlund, on the other hand, Granlund is a proud fourth liner of these Edmonton Oilers, and he is proudly going to go and meet his new fans, his new family, with the keeper of all keepers, the Florida Panthers. But he doesn't actually play keeper. That would be a nice name to have if you played keeper, your last name being keeper. He should have grown up wanting to be a goalie. Keeper in net, keeper playing keeper. Archibald, what a nice name. I like that name. See if anybody's interested in that name. No, nobody wants you, Archibald. I'm sorry. You're going to have to stay on the team. You're a low overall. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have to make a custom trade for you. I don't think anybody wants any of these bottom guys over here on Edmonton. There we go. Oh, there's some draft picks in there. Bennett. Is that Bo Bennett? Roster move. Jesse Puljujarvi called up to the NHL. I have to say he's probably going to disagree with that, EA. I'm pretty sure that's not going to go down well if we just gave Puljujarvi a little call right now and said, hey, calling you back up to the biggies, baby. So it appears that Caleb Jones is currently chilling in the AHL, but he is currently playing for the Oilers. So we're going to include him. Like I said, we're trying to do everybody currently on the roster right now. Are the guys we're trying to, are done, you know, guys typically starting every night or whatever. Put all those guys in here, and at the very least, Caleb Jones played last night, at least according to the good old Daily Faceoff, which is insisting that he did play. Ingvall, come on down to the Edmonton Oilers. We have, I think we've traded every defenseman minus the big dogs, and I think we have, what, one forward left? Did we trade? I keep thinking we haven't traded Haas yet. Good old Haas boss over there. I'm gonna say, we'll take a look here. We can't go by trade value because you guys have no trade value. The thing is, we have a bunch of players that nobody wants, and that's kind of a difficult thing to be in here. We have to try to move these guys, and everybody's like, no. Oh, Archibald! We didn't move Archibald yet! Oh, I don't think anybody wanted Archibald. Was that what it was? I don't think anybody wanted it. I'm sorry, Archibald. Nobody wants you, man. I think you're a great team player. I will take you on the Blue Jackets. I don't know if I'd start you or not, but with a name like that, you are more than welcome to be a Columbus Blue Jacket. All right, so we have some trades to make. We have some trades to make for these big guns, and we have to try to, you know, pawn off James Neal and friends over here as well to these teams, because clearly nobody is interested in him just straight up. So we're going to start with, let's start with Clefbaum. And we got to go by overall once again, or we're going to never find James Neal. I guess we could filter overall and go the opposite direction. We'd find him. He'd be sitting right up there at the top. So we're going to go, we're going to add on Archie over here. And then James Neal was, what, an 80 overall, I believe. So we'll go ahead and throw on, did James Neal move? Oh, there he is. He's right there. I was going to say, I didn't think James Neal got traded. So Clefbaum. You know what? You know what, Anaheim? Because you want Clefbaum, let's make a deal. I want Silverberg. You want Clefbaum? I want Silverberg, but I want more than Silverberg. I want Henrique. I want Henrique, and I want Silverberg. How would you feel about making that trade? That looks pretty fair. From a trade value standpoint, it looks very fair, but I know these guys have what they call a trade block. So we're going to go Adam Henrique. And we're going to go, I don't know if they'll even do Adam Henrique straight up, to be completely honest. We're going to Adam Henrique in a second. They do not, because EA is not a big fan of balanced trades. And we have to double the meter here. This is why it's so hard to get like the trade thing to work, because even though there's trade values with guys, even though the bar is so much bigger with the Clef Bomb side, it's probably got something to do with the fact that these guys don't want Neil or Archibald. Let's see if we can go ahead and pawn these guys off just for a 7th round pick, just to see if we can get something from, well, what does Anaheim not have 7th round picks for the next 20 years or what? I'm pretty sure we're not going to get him for a 7th rounder though, if I had to guess. And we will not. All right, so these guys are clearly not wanted, but we got to trade them. We got to trade them. That's the rule here. Got to trade everybody on the team. So we'll throw Clef Bomb on, and we're going to have to soften up the deal here. Maybe try like a Cam Fowler and friends. That is a very small bar right there. That trade should be accepted. It is not, of course. So we'll go ahead and try, I don't know. We're just trying to get a guess here of what we can possibly get for these players. And clearly we are too far up the list here. Maybe we can get Max Jones. I was thinking it was Max. I don't know why it sounded different. He's only 75 overall though. But we'll see if we can get Max Jones. He's 21. He's a young player. What do you guys think about that? All right, Max Jones is coming to the Edmonton Oilers. As much as I would have liked to go out there and obviously, you know, get the Edmonton Oilers a guy that's, you know, 80 plus to make him playable, it's just tough to do. But here's where the money's made. We have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and we have Connor or Leon Draisaitl. We're going to start with Winnipeg. Holy trade value. Look at these guys. I thought maybe we could make something happen here. I was like, you know, maybe. No. It's not happening. You know what we're going to do, though? We're going to try Little. And we're going to try... I don't want Pionk. Jeez, I ain't falling for that one. Lowry. Want to go Lowry and Little? Lowry and Little for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. That is clearly not enough. Clearly not enough. But like I said, it's going to be tough. It is tough. We're going to throw in these draft picks here. It's not going to take that. It's tough to make these trades because of the way the trade system is or whatever in this game. But at the same time, we're getting something different. And it's a Little... Oh, I took that. There we go. Little and Lowry in a second for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But at the same time, that's still, I think I would say, as far as player personnel right now, of course, we can get the prospects and stuff. But as far as player personnel right now, trying to make this team, you know, somewhat relevant still in the season, you got to trade for guys like that, I think. And here we go. Leon Draisaitl. Maxed out trade value. We can have literally anything. Can we have Alex Ovechkin? No. Alex Ovechkin. Whoa. Ovi's trade bar is down a little bit there. We want the Ovinator. We want the Ovinator, who is not cousins or brothers with the Baconator. And we want a first round pick. You're dang right you ain't going to take that. I figured they'd only take that straight up. I don't know why the trade value should be... You think it'd be equal. I'm surprised Ovi didn't have that value. You know why, though? Because Draisaitl's younger, obviously. And Ovi's older. There it is! Ovi for Draisaitl and a 2nd round pick. Welcome, Alex Ovechkin, to the Edmonton Oilers. Now, the question is, did we trade the goalie? That actually isn't the question, but we have to do that real quick. So we have to go trade these goalies real quick. Almost forgot all about him. But the question is, I was just thinking about Greiss. I was thinking, is Greiss going to be able to carry this team to the promised land? And hopefully he can. Hopefully he can in 84 overall. Because we ain't going to have a backup. I don't think. Oh, yeah, we will. Kudobin's going to be our backup. There you go. See you later. And then we're going to go and pick up one more goalie here. Or not one more goalie. We're going to trade our final goalie here. And then we'll take a peek at these lines. That is what we have left here. Always forget about those goaltenders. We got them, though, so we're good to go. Everything's great here. Mike Smith. We are willing to get... Ooh, Cizikas. Komarov. They call him Leo. Matt Calvert is a 4th-line player. I don't know why I just took that trade. But you know what? I have a soft spot for Matt Calvert, so he's coming to the team. Best lines here. Hopefully. I mean, at the end of the day, we moved some players, and we got some good players, too. I'd like to think we have a contender here. Maybe. Not really. Let's be completely honest. We have Brian Little and Matt Calvert in the first line. Maybe a contender is not happening. But we got Ovechkin. We got Ovechkin, and we have Roman Josi. Can Roman Josi and Alex Ovechkin and Thomas Greiss carry the Edmonton Oilers to a Stanley Cup? That is the video title today. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that we went 2-3 in the preseason and we couldn't beat backup squads. That this season just might not be that hot of a season for these Edmonton Oilers. Hey, we started 0-1 though. Started 0-2. Tanking for Lafreniere. Is it Lafreniere? That's how I've been saying it. Is it Lafreniere or Lafreniere? Lafreniere. I don't know how to say it. I need to learn French, I guess. I think I'm close. For some reason, I think that's close. It might not be. You guys want to let me know? I know a lot of you guys probably know how to properly say that, especially in Canada where a lot of you guys are, bilingual. I don't want to learn French. I kind of want to learn Spanish. For the longest time, I was on the Spanish route because see, in the States, I keep saying America, you could be like North or South. But in the States, it's, the second most popular language is Spanish. So it's like, well, if you learn a second language here, it'd be beneficial to learn Spanish. But considering we do so much, hockey videos and, stuff like that, it seems like French would be the path to go from that if we ever went down. Or you could just learn both. Some is good and more is better. Something the Edmonton Oilers are thinking right now in a loss column because they have 13 of them compared to those 9 wins. This is a little bit of a decent season, to say the least. Honestly, 10-13. I think previously when we've done these videos, they play absolutely terrible, which you expect because we trade away these players and we don't get a whole lot in return. But these Oilers, 13-15, and I'm kind of curious to see how this ends up at the end of the season. I don't expect playoffs, but I'd like to see how, Ovechkin and Josi fare. I mean, they'll be playing a lot of minutes together. Maybe they can throw out a positive plus-minus this year. Maybe Greiss can carry the team. Edmonton, 25-31-7 going into March. I think we might do an episode 2. Again, always listening to the opinions here. Of an all draft pick trade. We trade every single player away for draft picks only. And then we sim up the entire season. And then we sim through the draft. And see what this team ends up with. I feel like that would be a crazy one to do as well. See how many draft picks we can accumulate. Because if you look at what we're doing, we're taking players, and we take players so, it's not like a stale trade thing. We're like, oh, we're just trading for draft picks all the time, right? But we're taking players that are substantially just making this team bad. In this case, though, we didn't do that bad. 34-38. Edmonton didn't do too bad. So, again, something I'd like to hear you guys' opinions on. But I'd like to see how this team fared. Roman Josi had 90 points? What? That is wild. Roman Josi said, I'll be the McDavid of the future. Straight carrying this team. Ovi, 85 points, 49 goals, 66 out of little. It's a benefit to play with Ovi right there. 54 assists. Wilson with 31 by 49. The team really didn't play that bad. Like I said, and we talked about it. Can Josi and Ovi carry this team? They just about did it. That was crazy that they finished 4 games below 500. Greiss, 912 save percentage. Kudobin, 8-9. You want to see better than that out of your backup. Maybe your backup plays the easier games. He goes, 13-5. You're closer to above 500, but do you make playoffs? That's the question. We weren't that far off. 79 points. We needed. We was 11 points is kind of far off. So we needed 11 points to make playoffs. We couldn't do it. But that is what would happen if we traded away the entire Edmonton Oilers team right now. As for this video, guys, if you enjoyed it, a big thumbs up and subscribe. We appreciate it if required. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.